Episode 72 is done.
Yeah.
We talked about society and culture.
Apple products.
Apple products, yep. And yeah, have a good listen.
Yes.
Because you can't see the overlays, I think it's important to say follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Mine's at UrvilJames, URVILJAMES, and Vish's is at Twitter is at 8th Stage Gamer, and Instagram is 8th_stage. Yeah, so
cool. Guess you should like, subscribe.
Yep, if you like the podcast,
stuff.
like, share, subscribe, support us on Patreon.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to say that, Patreon.
Okay, right.
Patreon.com/Socratic Gamers.
Okay. Merchandise.
Yeah, also merchandise, shop.lmfr.com. Pick up some tees on Teespring.
Yes. Very nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Here we go.
All right.
Uno, dos, cuatro. Wait. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Boom. And we are back with another episode of Socratic Gamers. This is episode 72?
Yes.
Episode 72. And we're back playing Red Dead 2. Okay, yeah. It's taking me a bit. As I need to grab some coffee. Because I was looking at the guy and I was like, wow, he looks a lot like Brad Pitt from Fury, the way you made him look. So if you're listening to this on iTunes, you should definitely check us out on YouTube, and you'll see what it is we're talking about. So yeah. And then I was like, wait, what's the name of this game? But yeah, Red Dead 2. We're back playing it. Vish will hopefully not get so absorbed in the game that he can talk about the topics. But yeah, this is the regularly scheduled podcast. We talk about 4 things from the week that we thought were cool. We dissect them in a Socratic way while we game.
Right.
Hence the name Socratic Gamers.
Mm.
You like that intro? I think after 72 iterations of the game of this thing, I'm getting better and better at
Right.
just introing out the thing. Anyways, so first topic of the week, Vish, what you got?
So Apple had an event.
Oh yeah. No, okay. I was gonna be like, oh, you bring back the Apple. It's either Tesla or Apple for you, but okay. So Apple had an event.
Yeah. So new MacBook Airs.
Okay, that's cool.
New.
Oh, this is going to tie really well
Mac.
into my next topic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, all right, if you don't know, we don't actually talk about the topics prior to the week. We allude to them, but we don't actually talk about them because we save it. But yeah, so continue.
New Mac Mini. I don't think you know what that is.
Mini Mac. Okay, I know. I've never heard of that before.
Exactly. It's been there for a long time though. It's been there.
Sales probably weren't doing too good.
Sales do pretty good actually. It
Oh,
just
really?
depends. It's the use course of that is not what you like. It's not as.
Okay, I feel you.
It's different. It's like you got a TV, then you can hook this up. It's not like a. Anyways, it's different. It's a different thing. And then the new redesigned iPad Pro.
Oh snap!
That's the one thing I'm more excited about.
Speaking of Apple products, is your Apple product turned off right now? Like silent?
No, it's not.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So you were saying?
Yeah. So the new iPad Pros. That's the one thing I'm more excited about.
Okay. Well, why iPad Pro over everything else? Did they bring out the MacBook Pro again? No.
No, MacBook Pro I think was last year.
Oh, okay.
This year was MacBook Air.
Yeah, but what's the longevity of these things? I mean, if I bought mine 2016.
What, laptop?
Yeah, I bought the best one in 2016. How long do you think they'll last me?
It lasts you a while. I mean, I bought mine. It wasn't the best one. 2008.
But you don't really use yours as much anymore. You know?
Anymore now because since the iPad, I have
true.
more use of the iPad, right? But it still works.
Which is interesting because, I was saying, that conference that I went to, the marketing conference, they talked about how mobile is where it's at, and not many people actually use laptops or desktops anymore. It's all phone or iPad.
Yeah.
Sorry,
right.
you were saying?
Yeah, no, it was a redesigned iPad. It's more like the new iPhones, full screen.
Yeah. Okay.
No
No way! It's
no more home button.
It's edge to edge kind of thing.
There's a small bezel.
Okay.
That would be for the face ID because now no more touch ID thing, right?
Oh, really?
So they're going full face.
Wow. Okay.
Full, yeah. And then I think the design is sleeker, thinner,
Faster, stronger.
of course. I don't know about stronger.
You know, I bought this
Maybe.
USB. I bought this USB that's like, it's like shock proof, crush proof, waterproof, magnet proof. Yeah, no, but it was only like $10. No, it was $11 on Amazon, right? Because I went to the store and I bought like a USB, and I was like, well, I wonder what Amazon offers, right?
Right.
And I saw like one that was that, like military grade.
Okay.
I was like, why wouldn't I buy this one too? You know, it was friggin' $11. So it's like whatever.
Right.
Like that's what I mean. Like it's like technology's getting super intense now. You can like submerge this USB.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go buy it, if you're listening to this, it's this is not an endorsement. Although it'd be pretty sweet if they were endorsing us.
Okay.
Mohawk or Mohawk. It's like one of the. It's like
I don't know.
Looks like Mohawk. I couldn't read the name because the logo was written weird, but
Okay.
yeah, you should buy that. Yeah. My external hard drive is also military grade. Because it's just cheap, and I was like, why would I not buy the safest one? So like my external hard drive.
All right.
Not the Drobo, the like the ones I take with me when I travel and I edit.
Yes.
Those are like waterproof, shockproof,
Okay.
magnet proof.
Oh,
You can
okay,
like
okay,
slam
okay.
that one. You know what I mean? Like
right,
yeah.
right.
Anyways, so you're saying. So is the iPad like that? Not yet.
No, of course not.
Not too bad.
Because that'll just be bulky.
No, this USB's not that bulky. But I know what you're saying. Like you have to fit everything in. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Is
mean,
it using flash storage or is it like still hard disk?
No, iPad's always been flash.
Oh, okay, cool.
At the beginning, the hard disk is just too big.
No, because if it's flash, then it means you can make it shockproof, waterproof, all that stuff. Because it's thin, right?
Right.
Like it's the spinning disk that makes it so bad. Like if you.
Yeah, I know they never
Yeah,
use
they-
that for iPad though,
Yeah, I'm not into that.
because
like,
it's
iPad
it's
tech.
just also big.
You're
Like
my
the
tech
size
guy.
of that is big. Just you can't make it thinner.
True.
I mean, even your phones use
I-
flash now. So.
The laptop
So
that I got,
I'll
like
say.
the
Mhm.
when I got the most like the one that like when I got it to the best of the ability. Like my dad was coming in like a week, so I bought the best one off the shelf. But I wanted to get the one that was like custom. Like it was like an extra $600. I was like, all right, well if I'm spending like $5,000 on a laptop, might as well. Who cares, right? Just buy like the extra $600.
Mhm.
But like it would take like 2 months or something to like to bring it in because they had to like specially order that one or something.
Yeah.
But so I still get shocked because I remember my old laptop was hard disk, and then this one was flash. The first time I ever had flash. So when I restart it, like you know, like when you restart like your PC, you're like, okay, I gotta wait up the load time. You gotta wait for the engines to kick in. But this one's like off on, and I'm like,
Yes.
oh, it freaks me out every time. I'm like, oh, that was too quick.
Yeah, that's how fast flash is.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like it's crazy. It's like the
'Cause
future
there's
is
nothing-
awesome.
nothing
Nothing spinning.
mechanical.
Yeah.
It's just straight
It's just off on.
information. It's
And
just,
I'm like,
it's
oh.
like it's like the cars, right? With the electric cars, it's much faster than a gas car
Right. Yeah.
because
Because
there's not any more
pumping
engine.
It.
It's just straight energy.
straight energy to the wheels. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So continue. About
So-
your amazing.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Apple
I'm
product.
super excited. I want to buy it, but it's like goddamn expensive here in Canada.
Okay.
Uh,
How much are we talking?
well,
Cheapest
there's
price.
two sizes, right?
Okay.
I generally go for the bigger one. I already
Okay.
have a bigger size,
All right.
which would be, I think it was 1,200 starting at.
1,200. That's not bad. 1,200 is like
That's for
It's like
60. That's 64 gigs, so I got to go up one more.
that's like 1 2 week.
Because the one I have right now is 128. The one, so they go 64 and 256. There's no more 128. So that's another, I don't know, 100 or a couple hundred more.
So by how much will that be?
If it's 12, maybe 14 now, and then
14 is not bad.
then you add the Apple Care, and then you add.
Oh, yeah, true.
Then I want the Apple Pencil, which is almost 169.
Okay, so that's a monthly salary.
Then,
We're talking 1 month of pay. 1 month of pay right there.
Then a case, if you want a case, it's another probably $1,500.
It's funny how we have to rationalize our time. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, that's 1 month of pay. So it's like, if I can sit here for 1 month,
That's
can
how
buy
I
this.
think too, though.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
I don't
that's
think
weird.
about what I've said. It's more about what I'm making right now.
But it's weird because like when you go from like freelance to like office and stuff,
Yeah.
I start thinking, although I'm still doing both, it's like I start thinking in terms of like duration that I have to be there.
Yeah.
Whereas like freelance is like project based. It's like, okay, if I could just do this one project for 1 day, I could buy this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you get your money lump summed, but like
Yeah.
in like office life or like if you're regular 9 to 5, you gotta like wait the pay periods.
Right.
It's so brutal. Anyways, yeah,
Yeah, and then I think the Apple Pencil is pretty cool.
that's cool.
It connects magnetically to the
Magnetically.
iPad, and it charges
Nice. Oh, okay. So
wirelessly.
it's, what do you call it? What wireless charging? What do you call it? What's the name for that? Where it's like charging without
It's
connecting?
wireless charging.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. So I did know it. I was trying to-
Well, this only works on that iPad, so you can't buy this pencil for any other iPad.
Okay.
It's designed for that iPad.
Well, that's cool. No,
No, I mean,
it's
that's
better,
fine.
No, it's
That's
better that
fine.
way because then it's like it's more integrated within the products. I love that about Apple. How like if you're in the ecosystem, everything works well. I hate like when you have to like ad hoc everything together and then like, oh, this software is not kicking in with this software. And you're like, oh, let me figure out the bug. But then like because it's in the ecosystem, it's like it's made to work well naturally.
Right.
You know, Apple's the best. What can you say? There are very few companies that I look to for inspiration because I was thinking about this. Like, so all right, side note, at that conference, I was like, man, I can give one of these talks at that conference because like I realized it's all about like experience. So like nobody really knows what's going on in life. We're just guessing with our best experience. So like I'm like, oh, my computer's broken, right? And then the IT guy will come in and he'll be like, oh, I think it's this. And like I could have made those guesses though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like we're all just really guessing from our experience. And I feel like if you look at the best in class, then that way you're gaining the best wisdom from the person with the most experience.
Yeah.
You know, so like, but I feel in like business and stuff, there's only very few that like you should turn to. Starbucks, Walmart, TELUS. Oh no, sorry, no, not TELUS. Tesla,
yeah.
Amazon, Apple.
Oh, okay.
Like if I look at those people, I think it's like 5 I just named. It's like you can generally understand how business works. Just look at those companies because they're doing it really well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just a side note.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was listening to the people present and I was like, this is okay, but like I was listening to it and I was like, well, I could have expanded more on that, or like
Yeah.
I could have brought this down a different avenue.
Yeah.
But then I realized like, oh, they're literally just guessing. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
About
So
the best company in the world.
So they did change. There's no more Lightning connector. It's
Okay,
a
what is-
USB-C,
Oh, okay, cool.
the current universal one.
Mhm.
My only thing is, I'll have to get wireless headphones too, so it's added on price.
Oh, okay.
That's my only gripe. But I want to eventually jump to wireless, anyways. But I'm just waiting for.
Have you tried the wireless headphones?
Like which ones are you talking about?
Like the wireless
Bluetooth
headphones?
ones?
Yeah.
No, I don't like the Bluetooth.
No, the Apple.
No, I haven't tried the Apple one.
I see people with all the time. I'm like, oh, I wonder if
Yes,
they're good.
I know. There's
Are
a
they
lot
good,
of
though?
people that have it. No, I think it's just now that even with the phones, no, it's just designed.
I feel like
already
I would
for
ask
wireless.
that. I feel like I would ask for that as a Christmas present, but I wouldn't go out of my way to pay for it myself.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, I know, and it's like it's just wireless. In my head, I'm like, it's just wireless.
No,
I
but
do-
it's so much like I want it, but it's just now it's been a couple of years since they haven't updated it, so I'm gonna wait for the update.
Oh, okay.
That's
sure.
why.
I like how the carrying case is the charging unit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But I mean, like, simultaneously, it's not hurting me to have the wires. You know, I'm not being
No.
forced into that
No,
yet.
but I keep getting pissed off at the wires.
No, of course. But
Well,
like,
have happened for a while though, right? It's just like.
but no, but I mean, like, if
I
you have
understand.
If you have the iPhone 8, it's like you
Yeah.
have to go wireless. You can get the adapter, but it's like, nah.
No, you can still use.
Yeah.
They still give you the Lightning
No, the adapter, yeah.
headphones. No, it's not an adapter.
Which I meant.
You don't need a dongle. I don't use a dongle.
No, wait, the one with the one bar?
Yeah,
I'm
you
looking at
you
yours
get
right
the
now.
headphones with that.
Oh,
You don't
I
get
didn't
it.
know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I heard that people were like, "Oh no,
Well, it's not a separate.
no, like, but I couldn't use
Like, if you
Beats
had-
by
yeah,
Dre.
yes.
That's
If-
what I mean. Yeah. You
Yes.
couldn't buy separate headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying. That's what I was saying. Like, because like you don't want to use Apple headphones. Like, they're good, but there are better ones out there.
There are, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like if you want to use those ones, you need the adapter. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. No, of course they'll give you ones that work.
Well,
with
that's
its
why.
thing,
Yeah,
where
that's
it's
why
like-
you go wireless, right? Beats is also selling wireless or.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Well,
Beats
that's
is Apple now, right?
damn.
So.
Oh yeah, true. What about the ones you're wearing right now? Are those wireless? Those Acers? No, what are they?
No, these are not. It's a
Where are they
goddamn
from?
wire right here.
No, but can you?
No,
order it?
it's not wireless.
Oh, okay.
No, you can buy wireless ones. These are not
Oh,
wireless.
okay. Yeah, that's
I
what I
didn't
meant.
buy wireless ones because,
charging.
at least for
scissor.
games, there could be delays.
Oh
like
yeah, you don't
signals.
want that. Yeah, you don't want
It's,
that.
yeah.
True.
I looked into it.
We should play online sessions if this one ends pretty early. I'm kind of like, oh, that'd be
Okay.
yeah, different.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry. So look out for the online sessions after you hear this podcast.
Yeah, no, that's all I got for that pet.
Okay, cool. So this is a great segue into my topic, which is belief and trade. I read The Silk Roads. I know we were talking about this before, but like the two primary drivers for civilization, like humanity, are belief and trade.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you can control belief, you can control people. If you can control trade, you can also control people.
Right.
But it seems more likely that the people that control trade also control belief, because they know that belief is not real. And what do I mean by belief? It's like religious systems. You know,
Yeah.
the people in power. Like if you read the book, it's like they leverage the belief system. Like, oh, I'm a descendant from God, so you must listen to me. But it's like there's no fact checking back then. There's no Google, so how do you really know?
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just like, it's almost like if you can get one person to believe it, then you can get 10. If you get 10, you get 20. If you get 20, you get 500. 500 equals a revolution. You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's like you snowball effect it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Whoever's the most charismatic salesman. Right?
Yeah.
But then trade is undeniable because you need like war. It's all about resources. And the thing that I like about this book is basically it's a must read. Like if you're really interested in like how we got to where we are, you can watch a bunch of docs, because me and Bish were talking about how like I like books because I can burn through them faster than my attention span for watching a doc, because like I feel like that's an hour of my life.
But it's the same.
It is the same, but I get more information in an hour of reading like 100 pages than like, because they go really in depth into it and they give you facts. Like they give you like links,
Yeah,
you know
it
what I mean?
depends
So it's
on
like,
how well the doc is done too.
that's true, but it's like I've seen very few docs that are like mind blowing. Remember the one we watched with Donald Trump? That was so good. The Netflix one.
Oh,
How he got into power. Get me Ronald Stone or something.
Oh, like you.
Donald
Oh,
Whatever, man. You know, just
like what the guy?
docs,
Yeah,
docs.godlightmyfire.com.
I know.
You'll-
Okay.
we're
I think I know
documentary
what you're
about
talking about. Yeah.
You'll see the list there. Like if you check out God Light My Fire, books and docs and
Right.
movies and stuff are there. But anyways, so it's really cool to see how we spiraled out from where we began, and how when you look at life from where we are now, like you're born and you're like, oh, this is how life has been, right? You just assume that this is what life is, but you don't realize that it's been a long time coming that we've gotten to this place.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like through always fighting for resources, that's why certain countries are like not deified, like vilified.
Yeah.
You know, like Baghdad and stuff, it used to be one of the greatest places on earth. But then because they were fighting for resources in Baghdad, which is like oil and stuff, they became what they are today, which is like a crumbled society. You know, and it ties into what you're saying, because the Silk Road was actually called the Silk Road because silk was the major trade at that time, and then it went to like spices, then wheat, and then slaves, and then oil, and then now the new Silk Road. Silk Road is like who's dominating the resource, like the quest to dominate the resources. It's rare earth metals, which is in our batteries, laptops, phones.
Yeah, everything.
It's not really oil anymore.
Basically,
Yeah,
like
it's
the
technology.
salt
Yeah.
technology.
Even the green products use rare earth metals, right? So what the author says is like we're entering into a new age of Silk Roadness.
I think we're already in it.
We're already in it. Yeah. Well, I think this book is like old, because when it goes to
I see.
paperback, it's been like 2 years or something.
Okay.
Like when you see a paperback,
Oh.
it had to have
Yeah,
been.
it's been
Yeah, you know, it's not like they release a paperback with a hardcover. They release hardcover first. So I don't know when the book was written, but it's really good. And I'm reading Homo Deus right now, which is really insightful. I'm not done. I'm like 200 pages in, and what it already talked about was, if you look at human beings in the past, there were primary dominators for like affecting life, which is famine, disease. Famine, disease, war, and I forgot the other one. Famine, disease, war. Anyways, basically what it's saying is with technology, we've been able to eliminate these drivers for death and like turmoil, right? They say in a developed society. Oh.
I found one option: Society for Information Technology and Develop in Hyderabad.
That's
Is
one.
that the one?
No, that's one annoying thing about iPhones.
Did you press it?
No. I think it thought I said its name. Anyways, sorry. So.
Still drawbacks to technology.
Yeah, there are drawbacks. So with those drivers like famine, war, disease, they're all snuffed out by technology. They say now that in a developed society, you're more likely to get killed by McDonald's than you are to get killed by Al Qaeda. So war's gone.
Oh yeah.
And then disease, we have cures now. So before they thought God was angry at them, like the Black Plague.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, like what do we do? But then now we're like, no, it's a virus, you know? And like, what they're saying is like death is really just parts of your body shutting down your machine. So it's more like a, what do you call that? It's more like a structural problem versus like an actual thing that we must go through in life. Because like when people were dying back then, they would call the shamans and like they'd transition them into death, right? But now we call the doctor and the doctor's like, oh, you got cancer. Here's the cure for cancer. Or, oh, your heart needs to be replaced. Here's your new heart. So we can stave off. What he proposes, we can stave off death forever in a future technology.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's like, when we get so automated, what will humans have left to do? Except write poetry. Like, what would they do except enjoy their experience, right? And it's interesting how he says it because he's like, because I was like, why do you call it Homo Deus? I didn't understand that because there's Homo sapien, which is thinking man, and then Homo sapien, the man who thinks, like the thinking man, the thinking man, right?
I don't know if that would happen to humans though.
Wait, hold on. And Homo Deus means the God human. Deus means God. Because we've used technology to get ourselves to this point of invulnerability. And then what was funny is he's like, when people read this, they're like, oh, I don't want to be a superhuman android, right? And he's like, yeah, but if you look at technology, what it poses to serve, vaccines were a technology before, right? They're like, oh, it's a new thing. It's like, oh, I have this disease here, just take this pill, you'll feel better. So it's like, what's the difference between that and being like, oh, your heart's about to die, here's a new robotic heart.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's only because we haven't made it a norm in our society that we think it's weird.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course. But that's with everything.
It's
though,
like
right?
a slow creep, you know?
We're
We're going to hit a technological revolution where humans are just like invincible because of technology.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind blow.
Not really.
Well, yeah. Well, it was mind blow to me. I was like, dang, son.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole
craziness.
point of, the Neuralink.
Yeah.
Yeah. In order to...
Which is also, okay, so this is leading into my final topic, but you'll go next, but I'm just going to allude to it right now. I went to this like graduation yesterday, and it's so funny because I was like, oh, this is so not what we went through during our time. Like, inclusivity is huge now.
What do you mean?
But all right, so the principal was giving a speech. He's like, today I will shake hands with blacks.
Huh?
White. I know I know that's the exact same reaction that I had. I was like, whoa, hold up. I like sat up. I was like, what's this guy saying right now? And it's like, blacks will cross the stage, Muslims will cross the stage, whites will cross the stage, but we're all one. I was like, dang, yo, like inclusivity is like ingrained in society. It's like, it's really like, it's permeated everything. And I'm like, that's why I want to see mid-90s. Because it's like, we grew up in a time where there was no inclusivity. If you wanted, like, there was like bullying. It was hard. Like, you needed like, you had to become like tougher. And I feel like that's why we're getting these mental problems now, because it's like, or maybe they had the mental problems before, they was just not announced as much. But like, maybe we just come from a different era. But I feel like you need to, like, a little bit of grit, you know, toughen up a little bit, you know? But like, it's weird to see how soft we're becoming as a society. Right? Like the principal's like, I have this banner where we're all going to sign it. We're going to pledge that we are going to stop racism and blah, 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 blah.
Doesn't...
No, hold on. See, that's our mentality. So when I heard that, I was like, that's not going to work. There was cheers.
No, of course.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Get on my face with this. All the children were like, yeah, we're going to stop it. Yeah.
But
and I was like, what? If this was our time,
it's not like a rampant issue.
Right, no, but the whole crowd would have laughed, right? Like all the students would be like, you're
Yeah,
lame, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not too sure if that was our time or maybe it's a school system I went to and like the things we were surrounded by. Because I turned to like Taryn, I was like, this is so different than what I remember, you know?
Right.
There's like, we would have laughed at this, literally. We were like, this is a joke, right? But like now it's like, yeah, we're all one. No, I'm not saying that we're all one is, so like, don't get me wrong. I believe in inclusivity.
Yeah, that's
But I
fine.
believe that like, we need, like, it's
But I just don't get
soft.
it. Like, where...
it's good to be inclusive. No, like, be
No,
whatever you want.
no, that's fine. That's fine.
You know, like, be whatever you want to be.
That's fine.
I'm not saying don't be whatever you want to be. I'm just saying it's like if we're all super conformist and polite, and no, it's good to be polite.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's something that's missing. I don't know how to I don't know what it's called, but they're missing like an edge. You know,
Right.
like they're missing like pride.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have some self-respect. But I guess they'd be like, well, we are still self-respect because we're standing up for ourselves. But it's like, yeah, but did you do any further research on what it is you're saying? You know? Like,
Right.
I don't know. I guess...
Like there's parts of that is fine. Parts of that, what he was saying was
like,
fine.
all right,
but it's like...
this is a horrible topic. Like, this is, like, very controversial. But, like, if you... it's a very controversial topic. You know, there's, like, non-binary... right, but then if you look at it into a medical term, it's like if we give you the wrong dose, like if you're like, all right, when you're circling like male or female on the thing, I'm not saying like be whatever you want. Again, be whatever you want to be. I'm just saying look at the hard facts. If you're filling out a medical form and then they're like, we really need to know because this medicine will kill you if you're the wrong.
No. What they say is they're not picking gender. If it's sex, then they will choose male or female.
Okay.
But if it's the word gender, they're saying is like
so okay.
The meaning of gender.
So it's more like psychological.
Yeah.
So one is psychological and one is
the biological.
Biological.
Yeah.
So they've made a differentiation between psychology and biology.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. All right.
I think so.
I'll accept that.
As long as if I understood that correctly, I think that's what's up.
All right, I'll accept that because I was like, wait, this makes no sense because you need to.
Right, it wouldn't work. Yeah.
It wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Because then the doctors would be like, I don't know how to treat you.
Right.
I've never treated a foxkin before.
Right.
That's my favorite one. So if you don't know what a foxkin is, there's a person in I think it's like California.
Right.
They put a fox hat on and they're like, because it's like inclusivity, and they're like, I identify as a fox. I'm a foxkin, and I was like, that is savage right there. Damn, I want to be your friend. Not really, because I don't really like. The world's still a little too crazy right now.
Right.
We need to find smaller groups, people, smaller groups. Anyways, that was my topic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It diverged from Silk Roads to like, and it's weird.
Yeah, it did.
Whatever. But yeah.
Oh, cool.
All right, what's yours?
Well, it's got nothing to do with that. It's totally different.
All right, cool.
In some ways.
We gotta switch it up before I get heated.
Well, it's something that I've been waiting for a while. Like
Flight superpowers?
No, an app.
Oh,
It's an app.
superpower app. You know, every
so-
birthday. Sorry, it's another side note.
Cord cutting app.
Every cord cutting. All right, hold on. So every birthday when they're like, oh, wish for something, for your birthday. Every year I wish for superpowers. I'm like, damn, it's not happening.
Yeah, you tell me that, yeah.
Right?
But you tell people that. Doesn't
Yeah.
come true.
It doesn't come true if you tell people?
Yeah, you're supposed to keep it to yourself.
Oh, maybe next year I'll wish for it. I won't tell anyone what I wish for. But I guess maybe if you look at it like, and then you start rationalizing things, I guess my intellect is my own superpower. It's like you can start being
Right,
dumb
yeah,
about
you-
it.
you
You're
can-
like, that's cognitive dissonance right there, where you try and like rationalize your bad choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
or like your poor outcome. All right, so you're saying cord cutting app?
Yeah.
Cord, C-O-R-D?
Yeah, like the cables.
An app?
No.
What?
Let me just. I'll
You
explain.
said app.
Yes. Okay. So in HBO.
Okay.
Well, they have it for a while in America.
America? Yeah.
Where you can just buy HBO, the application.
Okay.
Versus going through cable. Like here, you still had to go through cable subscription, and then you add on that, so it's more money.
Okay.
I just want HBO.
Okay. They don't offer just HBO?
No.
Oh,
you have to have at least basic cable.
Honestly,
and then you add that thing on.
It's funny because a lot of people are like, wow, you're so technological savvy. I'm like, I really don't know it. I ask you everything. And then I come off as being technological savvy.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I didn't even know that. I thought you could I assumed you could just buy.
No, you could do that in America, though.
Okay.
I was doing for a while. It's like a gray area, VPNs.
Okay.
Right, make you look like I'm American.
Allegedly.
No, it's you can
Legal?
get VPNs. It's legal.
Okay, cool.
It's a gray area, I would say. It's nothing there is illegal about that.
And then the police kick down our door. Oh, I heard you got a VPN.
I don't have it anymore.
All right.
It was in the
Allegedly.
past. As I was
What's
needed
that?
to watch Game of Thrones.
What did they call that?
And I wanted to watch it live.
Statute of limitations.
Maybe, I don't know.
So like it's been years since the crime has been committed, so you can't be like indicted for the crime. Anyways, yeah, you're saying.
So finally, goddamn Canada's getting one. Not from HBO directly. It's from still Bell that runs it.
Okay, cool.
And that's more what I'm excited about. Finally to get HBO live.
So this was your choice of topic.
This is my
we
topic.
We could have talked about anything in the week.
Anything.
You're like, you know
but
what?
This is what
HBO's coming.
This happened this week.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones coming, and I want to watch
Game of Thrones coming this week?
No.
Oh, you got me so excited. I was like, damn.
God damn, that's next year.
What? Oh, yeah, 2019. Yeah, it's almost over.
Right, it's almost there. March, I think it's March.
Yeah, for March.
2019.
All right, cool.
That's what I'm more excited about. Okay. No, but it's just like...
Who do you think's going to win?
No, I don't know, man. I don't care.
White Walkers. Calling it.
Okay, cool.
Everyone's dying.
So, the price is about the same.
Wait. Let me ask something about Game of Thrones. Would you be upset if they defeat the White Walkers and everyone lives in peace? That's a cop-out, right? I think it'd be cool if everyone died.
It depends. I think people will die, of course. It's not going to be... I don't think he's going to make it all, like... I don't know, what do you call it? What's... like
happy ending? Fairy tale?
I don't... Like, it will probably be happy, but it won't be like... Not like everyone survived. It's like people died in that war.
It'd be crazy if you make Cersei win. Like, everyone goes to war,
right.
They all die, and Cersei's the only one left. You're like, damn.
I don't know, man. Yeah, that's
what happens.
I'm excited to see what happens in that goddamn show.
Yeah. All right, back to your
well,
HBO.
I mean, it's related, I guess. It's just, it's been too long, is what I'm saying. Like, they're finally realizing nobody's buying cable.
Yeah, no, it's 100%.
We don't have cable here.
It's done.
People are just getting internet, and they want these apps. I mean, Netflix is killing it right now, so they're trying to... Like, the reason HBO wasn't here is when they made that app in America, they had a deal already with Bell, our provider here in Canada, that they would run HBO.
Nice.
So then now, Bell is the one.
There's a extra charge, right? How much more is it?
Well, no, it's like to get everything, it's like $20 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
Which is kind of it's $15 in America, so like for just HBO. So it's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. So this is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Should be out on Monday, I think.
This Monday?
Yes.
HBO sessions. Here we go.
Yeah, me and that entertainment. Love that entertainment. A lot of stuff to learn from it. That's my books.
I was gonna say something. Oh yeah. Late night show. I was listening to a podcast about like Jimmy Kimmel and stuff. He was like on Dax Shepard's podcast, and basically, yeah, it's this guy. He's in Punk.
That's fun.
Yeah, this guy. So, Kristen Bell's husband. Yeah, you don't even know. Don't worry about it. So, anyways, he was saying that like he makes a lot more views on YouTube's short clips than he does for his TV show, which makes sense, right?
Oh, Okay.
And he's like, people are not staying up to watch it anymore. They're just waiting for the YouTube highlights. And I'm like, yeah, because nobody's watching cable anymore.
No.
Like, I would not buy, like, why would I wait? It seems so archaic that you're going to wait to watch something. And it's like, this is the only time I could see it. Oh no, blah, blah, blah. It's like, why? That's like, you're living in the past, you know? When you had to run to the bathroom between commercials and you're like, all right, it's coming back on, you run back, you know what I mean? Like, or I can make a snack within the time of the commercial, so it's like 3 minutes. All right, let's go. But now it's just like pause.
Exactly.
You know, it's like,
yeah. I mean, I think that Netflix changed the whole thing. I mean, Netflix went through a lot of change since when it started too.
That's true. Yeah. I remember.
It had to figure out where
they had to send movies to you and stuff. I was like, but you know what I don't like? How can you rent stuff now?
How can you rent stuff now?
That's the only thing I miss from being a kid. We used to go to the store and we rent a game and then we play it and then we just bring it back the next day.
Right.
Like, you don't want to buy the game, you just want to play it a little bit.
I don't know if they're still there anymore. I used to see them. It's called like Redbox.
Yeah, I was about to say, I knew you were going to say Redbox. Yeah.
I don't even know if they are really there anymore.
There's one
in rare places there.
There's one in Durham that I know. Oh. That's it.
I don't know. It's over.
Yeah, it is over.
I mean, the only way, it's not more about renting. It's like if they do
one for video games. I'm saying they need one for video games.
They do have like demos and trials. Yeah, but that's the only way they can do it right now.
That's lame. They need to figure that out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
I'm
done.
All right. Cool. All right. Final topic of the week. It's not really a, well, I guess it's kind of philosophical discussion, but it's something, so I'm going to circle back to that graduation thing, because I was thinking about, when I was watching it, like, most people who changed the world didn't really enjoy school, they dropped out of school, et cetera, right? Like, if you look at Steve Jobs, he was a university dropout. If you look at, side note, remember that girl who tested the blood? She looked like Steve Jobs. Remember you showed me a long time ago? You're like,
she's a fraud.
She's brutal.
A super fraud.
Yeah, she's going to jail, yo. Yeah,
she's a super fraud.
Yeah, they brought that up on Joe Rogan's podcast. I was like,
she failed so hard, and they found out like her test didn't really work. Is a super fraud. Yeah, she super fraud.
Don't do that, people. But like, if you look at like,
she tried with the Steve Jobs persona, just having the same clothes and shit.
All right, so if you look at Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, who else is a really good one? Bill Gates, I think, was one. The Facebook guy.
Was Jeff Bezos anything? I don't remember. I don't know much about Jeff Bezos. Amazon.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I don't know about his schooling.
But so if you look at those, right, you're like, wow, they didn't really leverage school to make themselves successful, right? So I was watching the thing yesterday, and all these people won these awards, right? I'm not knocking them. Good for you that you won the award, but like yeah, this person won this award, and like, you know, just watching these people.
Oh, yesterday,
the graduation, and I was like, oh, it's kind of weird because I was listening to it. They're like, this person won this award because they were so dedicated to like doing all this after school stuff, helping the school, and I was like, you just sound like a really good conformist. You know what I mean? Like, you get grades for your ability to perform how people want you to perform. And it's like, your award is not really on, it's an excellence, but an excellence in achieving conformity.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like you...
Right, yeah.
You got the dedication award for always coming to class or something like that. You know? And it's like, so how would I translate that to the real world? Oh, it would just be somebody who never took a day off work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this person went above and beyond and always helped me whenever I was out of a jam. So I was like, okay, so you're going to be the person that slaves over their manager's happiness.
Right.
I guess you could say it's like there's a negative outlook, but like finally being in, you know, because doing freelance for a while, still doing it, but like being in like office life, it's like you can see like, oh, these are the people that they become. And it's like, that's true. Like, school does set you up for, what do you call that? For like, I don't want to say conformity, but it's like, it's structured in a way that you are.
No, it's of course. It's meant to work like to get you ready for the society.
It's for the system. Yeah, exactly. It's like a
most
factory
people
chain.
need that, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
Then there's
100%.
the outliers.
That's what I'm saying. And
yeah.
but the like the Steve Jobs of the world, these like geniuses,
Yeah.
the Joe Rogans of the world, they didn't go to school. You know, they're just like, well, they did go to school, but they didn't get a regular job, but they didn't finish their school. They're like, it's kind of a joke. Musicians are all like that. Because it's like, that's why when I was like, oh, these, and they're like, wow, this person's going far in life because they won all these awards. It's like, no, you just sound like a really good employee. And they even said like any company would be like happy to hire them. I'm like, they should give an award for a person who does not conform at all and be like, this is the CEO award. You know what I mean? I remember when I was school. I remember when I was in school, and then they were talking about this award. I was in college after university, and then they were like this like free thinking award. It was like leaders. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, oh, I'm a shoo-in for that, right? Because like my grades were really good, my ideas were awesome, but then they're like, no. I think it was a design award, something like that. But like they gave it to someone else because that person followed the guideline of what had been set out. But my design was way better. I guess you could say that's biased, but it's like no, I know what template they used, but I didn't use a template. I designed it from scratch using like Illustrator, whereas they use like Word.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, this design's better. I'm like, because you outline that you need these certain things. You need to check mark these criteria. And I'm like, so I realized like you shouldn't look for artistic advice on what you think is cool from somebody with no taste in art.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like it's like so subjective. That's how I feel like. So what I'm getting at is like these are not indicators for success. Accolades are not indicators for success. It's action.
Yeah.
You know? How can you turn this around? How can you do something? Just because you had an accolade doesn't mean anything. Like, there are so many black belts in the world, but there's a difference between a black belt and a black belt. You know what I mean? There's a difference between a yoga teacher and a yoga teacher. There's a difference between a kindergarten teacher and a kindergarten teacher. There are different doctors, right?
Yeah.
There are different types of people. It's like accolades are... I don't believe accolades are... Like, academic accolades are like indicators of success. They're indicators of conformity. You know?
Yeah.
And... I had one more thing about that. Success. Yeah, I guess that was really it. Just like, yeah, we don't glorify. Oh, wait, I remember the final thing. Okay, cool. So in terms of like indicators of conformity, so it's like they won all these awards, right? But then they were naming off like, oh, this person is now doing this in this university, blah, blah, blah. And I was listening to what they were doing, and I was watching the people that won awards, right? There's only very few of them. Like there's one like, all right, it's very stereotypical, but this Chinese dude won the physics math award. He was like the best. I was like, yeah, of course, you know, obviously. And he's studying like, chemical something, and I was like, that makes sense, right? Like that you're gonna go pretty far with that. But then other people who won the award, they're now studying psychology, they're now studying English, they're now studying, and it's like those are hard. Not knocking anyone that has those degrees, I'm just saying it's like it's hard to leverage those degrees, you know. And then if you're in it right now and you're like, what are you talking about? Find me somebody who leveraged their degree in a really successful way. Because it's not about while being in it. Because when you're in it, of course, you're going to, again, cognitive dissonance. You're going to think that your program's the best because you chose it. But then wait till after the fact, and then you tell me who's got the good job, you know?
Well, yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Like they say, like some
Chemical
degrees are junk
engineer,
degrees.
yeah, whatever it is.
No, yeah, that guy's, I was like, you're going places.
He's going to make money.
You know? And then they're like, there's one guy like, oh, there's this brilliant student who's really good at English. He's been writing his novel for years. And I was like, oh, damn, this guy, he's like, oh, he's such a free thinker. I was like, oh, like this guy's going to go places. I was like, wow, he's probably studying something awesome. And then when he went up, it's like, he's studying like child social worker.
But it's also high school. They can always change.
No, 100%. But what I'm saying is like, you just gave him this glowing recommendation of being an amazing novelist, and he's studying like child health. Again, child health care worker, it's a very practical. I believe college is more important than university because it's more practical, right? But it's like, that had nothing to do with the award you gave him. So it's like, yeah, you won the award. That's great. It's not an indicator of success because you're not leveraging your skill. You know, you just got told you're an amazing writer. Why are you studying child whatever? You know, it's the safe route. You know, not many people are willing to go through the perils.
Right.
You know. Yeah. I guess it always rubbed me the wrong way because like I guess because again we come from that anti-conformist era. Right. Where it's like whenever they won the awards, like, boo, you won an award.
What
You're
a loser.
trying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're trying, bro. You know?
Yeah, no, I remember doing that.
Right? Like, oh, you think you're cool because you got straight A's? I got straight D's, bro. I don't conform. Anti-conformist.
Well, yeah. I mean...
you know, we grew up in a different time.
Yeah.
So, like, those awards to us were, like, kind of lame. Like, whenever those people won those awards, like, everyone's, like, cheering, like, yeah, you won that award, you're so awesome. But, like, in my high school, whoever won the award, it was only their clique that was, like, cheering for them. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be, like, 5 people, like, yeah, you won that award. And the rest of the people were like, so? Like, what are you doing with that award? Because it's more real. So what are you going to do with that award, you know? Like, when my dad, so I'm, like, excelling in martial arts, right? And then I told my dad, like, I was like, oh, man, today's class was so sick. I did this. And he's like, you're too old to be a fighter. And I was like, damn. So it's like, damn. So what am I doing with this?
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's like, all right, I just enjoy it, you know? Basically what he's saying is don't get too caught up in the BS, in the glitz and the glamour.
Right.
Look at the reality of the situation. It's like, what are you going to do with that?
Yeah.
You know? It's like, oh, okay, I can open up my own school. But then it's like, then you're really more using your business savvy than your actual martial arts skill. Because I know there's so many martial arts school with terrible martial arts instructors, but they're very successful because they're using their business sense. So it's not really the martial arts that got you there. It's the business savviness. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to look at the reality of the situation. It's like, yeah, you won like 20 awards, but what are you doing in life? You're taking like a junk program.
Right.
You know? And the crazy thing is, so I didn't realize this.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Asians generally pick the practical ones.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I remember I was talking about, like, oh, man, I got, like, really bad grades in high school. And then, like, you know, another person was like, oh, I was doing, like, so amazing. I got all these awards, right? And then I was like, well, what did you study? And like, oh, I studied, like, photography, like, art. And I'm like, wait, what? They gave you all those awards? And then, like, what'd you study? I studied, me personally, I studied physics, discrete mathematics, calculus, university English. I studied the hard stuff. And I was like, damn, how are these? And then I would watch these people get awards and I'd be like, how the hell did you guys get the award? These were so difficult. And then you find out their task load was, like, photography. And you're like, well, I could have got that award too then, bro. Like, if I just spent my time just taking photos instead of studying this goddamn chemistry homework.
Yeah.
Then, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why, again, I said awards are not indicators of success.
No, of course. No.
Right? They're indicators of conformity. Because it's like, yeah, you did really well in a junk program. But if you really come at me with some physics right now, it's like, I may have gotten, like, a B in physics, but you have 0 in physics because you never took it.
Right.
So what are you gonna do with that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like the Asian mentality of, like, the Asian six-pack of, like, just, like, being forced to take all the hard ones, it's a mindset training. Even though I don't use it now. I told you, I failed grade 11 calculus. Was it calculus? I think it was calculus. No, calculus grade 12. I failed, like, some, like, university level of math by 2%. I got a 48 instead of 50. If I got a 50, and then I went to my teacher and I was like, hey, I'm 2% off. Can I just get the 2%? This is my favorite story. I was like, can I just get the 2%? He's like, no. I'm like, well, why not? He's like, honestly, you're not very good. You're going to go nowhere with this. You should just do summer school because you're a terrible student. And I was like, wait, what? What do you mean I'm a terrible student? Like, I'm not going to go anywhere. Like, how's a teacher going to tell you that? But again, we grew up in a different era. They give you tough love. So I was like, all right, true. And then I passed the summer school, and then I took the hardest discrete mathematics on purpose. And then I didn't only, like, pass it. I got, like, a 6. Well, 6 is not good, but I passed it above
yeah.
getting just a pass. And then that same teacher, he was teaching me data management, and he was like looking at my report card because he had to do something, and he's like, oh, you're taking discrete mathematics, and I was like, yeah, I am. You know, it's that like I guess it's during our time, but like you push me, I'm gonna push you back. Right. I was like, you said I couldn't do this, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know,
you're
gonna go nowhere. All right, I'm gonna take the hardest math just to prove to you that I could do it.
Right.
You know.
I mean, yeah, and in a way it kind of worked, right? So
but, for sure. But that's what I mean about like the toughness. You need a little bit of tough love. You know, you can't be all like, if he was like, you know what, I'm gonna give you this 2%, and I'm gonna, because you are a beautiful human being that deserves to pass and not be in summer school. I would have never taken discrete mathematics.
Right.
And that's the Tao. Without the hardship, I would have never grown past my inadequacy and then built that strength of character to be like, I'm going to do something that you told me I couldn't do. You know? We need to toughen up as a society. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't be uninclusive, but just toughen up some other ways. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes when I give advice to people, like, ooh, that's a bit like, it's like a little harsh. You gotta like mellow it down. I'm like, well, if they can't swallow it, then they weren't meant to hear it. You know? Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, like, in the grand scheme of things, we're both just humans. It's like, what do I know? You know what I mean? Just like those presenters at that conference, it's like, we're all just BSing anyways. You may have a perception that like, oh, he sounds very successful, but you don't know my life. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I find that that's the illusion. Nietzsche's Beyond Good and Evil.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, it's my rant. You got anything else, Fish?
No, I mean, no. No, not really.
All right. Well, hopefully we get to see mid-90s and then talk about it. I've been super excited.
Racism still exists.
It does. It forever will.
Right.
Yeah. Will it? I was trying to think, like, will it actually forever will? If everyone's fully inclusive, I guess you'll be like speciesist. Ew, it's a cockroach. You know what I mean? It's like, you get attached to anything. People are like, oh, you're reaching. But it's like, no, it's still the same concept. You're just applying it to a different medium.
Right.
All right, we just gotta stop this now. I'm just like getting too heated in my philosophical discussions. All right, till next week. Hopefully. All right, Vish, leave him with some words of wisdom. Go.
I don't know. That's a good answer right there. Nobody knows.
All right, I got one. Conform to being an anti-conformist. You ever see that Banksy shirt where it's like, they're all lining up to buy anti-capitalism shirts, but they're supporting capitalism? Yeah, it's hilarious. This is the Tao. Peace out. Take it easy.
Peace.
Bye.